up, world? It's your girl, Brittany. Dory's finally driving home from work, and we are Brittany and Dory. So tell me this, am I controlling or am I just a concerned wife? Typically when we get off work every single day, we typically will call each other when we're walking out of the building or when we get into our cars. It's typically in between like 5 o'clock, 5:05, in between there. Now there's no set person who calls each one. It's never always me or never always her, but we typically would call each other and be like, all right, babe, I'm headed home, or hey, you headed home yet, or whatever. Ever so often we'll get stuck behind, either I'm talking to my boss or doing something, doing work, or vice versa, but it's rare. Typically at 5 o'clock, we'd be like, all right, peace. We done did our job for today. We out of here. So today was a little bit unusual just because I had talked to babe a few times throughout the day. She was looking for her birthday outfit. So during lunch, she FaceTimed me a few times. She went back to work probably around like 2 something. So the last time I had talked to her was around like 2:37. So in my little brain, again, like I said, it's no set person who calls each other. So I called her when I got out of the office. So it's probably about 5:04. I call her, and she doesn't pick up. Now, cool. Sometimes we call each other when we get off work and we don't pick up. So I'm not tripping. I'm not thinking too much about it. I'm like, she'll call me back, the huge. So I wait a few minutes and I'm like, okay, she hasn't called me back yet. Let me call her again. So I wait again, like I said, I wait a few minutes or whatever, and I call her probably around like 5:10. And she still doesn't pick up. So I'm like, okay, no big deal. Like, let me wait a few minutes. I'm going to text her here in a second just to kind of see, if she'll text me back, whatever. So no phone call, no text message. A few minutes had passed by and I'm like, okay, let me text her. So I just text her a simple message, hello, with a question mark. No response. So I waited a few minutes or whatever and I'm like, let me just call her work phone, because babe has a work cell phone. So I'm like, let me call her work cell phone. So I eventually call her work cell phone, no answer. By this point, it's like 5:15, almost 5:20. And I'm trying to be precise with the times just so you can understand the time gap with somebody you usually pick up the phone and talk to right when you get off work. Now, granted, whenever we get off work, we don't sit on the phone the whole way home. It's typically like, hey, babe, I'm headed home. All right, I'm headed home too. All right, I'll see you in a minute. Love you. Bye. Boom. That's it. So again, today I still hadn't talked to her. Some time had passed. I'm like, okay, not sure what's going on. Whatever. So after I called her work cell phone, I then text her again and was like, hey, babe, why are you not picking up the phone? Question mark. Still no response. It's saying delivered. So I know her phone is on. I know everything's, in my brain, I'm thinking everything's okay. But then I start to get worried. Now, for those of you who've been following our YouTube channel, you know that I lost my sister. And she's not my blood sister. She's actually was one of my best friends. I lost one of my best friends earlier this year. How you enjoying the bachelorette trip?
I'm enjoying the bachelorette trip. So last, it's supposed to be a hurrah, but I don't think that's what we're here. We just here to love and fellowship. Yeah.
Already, yeah. Mind you, we attempted to get a hold to my best friend for a whole evening and a whole morning before we discovered that she had passed away in her apartment from carbon monoxide poisoning. And, till this day, I've kind of just been on edge when I want to talk to somebody I miss or I love, or I'm just trying to get a hold to somebody and they usually pick up. It just kind of like doesn't set well with me. Now, mind you, it's daylight saving times here in Dallas and it gets dark, swear on everything I love, at 5:15. It's dark right now and I just got home from work. So, that's another one of the things we've been, we have a friend group chat and people have been telling us like, hey, make sure you don't get gas after dark. People are snatching up women, If somebody walks up to your car, don't unlock the door, just drive off. If somebody's trying to fake injured, all of these things that kind of run through your brain is kind of, the society we live in. It's just not as safe as it used to be. So anyway, back to my story. So I've now called Dory probably about 3 times. I've texted her twice, still hadn't heard anything. So I then think to myself, okay, don't overwhelm yourself. Don't get, too panicked. Just call her cell phone again. So I call her normal cell phone again. She does not pick up. So I'm like, ugh, this is not normal. So me thinking of all the scenarios, I start to think, I know she not pranking me. This ain't funny. This is not funny. We just don't do stuff like this, especially ever since, English passed. I told her, hey, when we get to work, little things, we just need to make sure we let each other know that we've made it to our location. Now, Dory and I don't have our locations cut on. We don't have that text message receipt on so I can see if she's read it or not. We've just never been that way. Trust for us is at an all-time high. So in my brain, I was never thinking what is she doing? Oh, I'm about to go off. I literally started to feel worried, okay, did she stop somewhere and something happened? I went back and looked at the last time I talked to her. It was 2:37. So it's been a few hours since I've actually talked to her. So again, I'm just kind of on pins and needles, and I'm almost home at this point. Mind you, Babe works about maybe 20 minutes from the house. I work a good 35 minutes. So typically she always beats me home during the week. So I pull up our house camera to see if maybe is she home yet? Are the lights on in the house? Of course, the lights are completely dark when I pulled up our camera, so I could cross that out. I was like, oh, should I turn around and drive to her job? What should I do? What's going on? So I finally think, sometimes people at her job stay late, so just call her job. So I had to go into our email messages where she has her company tag at the bottom, because I actually don't have Babe's actual work company phone number in my phone. I only have her regular cell in her actual work cell phone. So I go to the email and I look at the bottom. I'm like, okay, this is her office number. So I call the office number. I hear a few rings and all I hear is, this is name of her company. This is Dory. And before I could even get it out my mouth, I'm like, why aren't you picking up the phone? And I can obviously hear in her voice, okay, she's probably around some people. So she's like, I'm with my boss. They're in the office or whatever. So obviously I know she's now at the office because I've called the work office phone. But I literally paused for a second. Literally the nauseousness went away. And I simply just tell her, I'm like, that's not cool. And she was like, well, I don't have my work phone on me, and I don't have my cell phone on me. I'm in my boss's office. And, I said it again. I was just like, that's just not cool. That's not cool. I was like, but just, I'll talk to you whenever you, get done at work. So literally 4 minutes ago, she called me and she was like, I knew you were calling me, I'm sorry or whatever, woo. And my thing is, it's you already know what it feels like to constantly call somebody's phone and they not pick up. And you're thinking to yourself the whole time, everything's okay. Oh, whatever. To me, it's almost inconsiderate. And I'm not saying she did it on purpose. Obviously, she's at work. But when you're so used to a routine, or for instance, if I get stuck late or I'm talking to my boss or I'm stuck working, I will call Babe and be like, hey, Babe, I'm running a little late, or I haven't left the office yet. Or I'll send a text message. Even if I'm in front of my boss, I'll just be like, hey, this is Dory. She's probably wondering where I'm at. Now, granted, Babe had a valid excuse. She did not have her phone with her, but still, it gets dark late. I've been even on you. Even yesterday, we went and filled up her car during the day because I'm like, babe, I don't want you pumping gas late at night. So I said all this to say, I want y'all to drop in the comments below if y'all felt like I was valid in being concerned or even being like, and the truth of the matter is, it wasn't until I actually heard her voice that I was frustrated. Because when she called me and she was like, I'm sorry, babe, or whatever, woo, 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 and I just kind of held the phone like, and she was like, I mean, what do you want me to do? Like, I'm sorry, like, what do you do? I was like, well, what I want you to do is just simply send a message saying, hey, I'm stuck at work. Like, don't have me worry for 35 minutes. I mean, I think all situations are different, but I mean, I don't know. I hear the garage opening right now, so I'm about to actually flip the camera and put it on her. And I just want y'all to hear what she got to say. Let's see what her demeanor's like. Let's see if she cares that I was worried about her. Sitting up here like that concerned mama. Huh?
Why you got your phone out?
No reason.
Hey, babe. Smells good in here. What is it? What happened?
You happened.
You mad at me?
You happened.
You mad at me?
Were you wrong?
Yeah. But you don't need to stay mad.
I'm not mad.
Okay, I figured out I found a place I'm buying my birthday at.
So you just gonna jump to your birthday. See, all she worried about is her birthday.
I really, but I'm hungry.
I want you to tell the world why you felt it was okay. Why you felt it was okay.
Okay, can you cheat on your diet today or what?
Yup.
Cause I've been craving some fried calamari. But I don't know if we can have this. Maybe we can save this for.
You really don't know how much you stress me out.
Baby, tell me about it. I'm listening.
No, because you don't care.
Yes, I do. Tell me about it.
You
What
don't.
do you want, cabbage? Cause I gotta make that fish.
She don't care, y'all.
Baby, I do care. I'm safe. I'm home. I'm good. I'm tired. And I gotta cook. Baby, which one you want tonight? Cauliflower? I feel like I need to make this cauliflower though, no matter what. Would you like an appetizer?
No.
You want me to do appetizer?
No. Who eats appetizers at home?
We do. I don't want it to go bad.
Then just make whatever you need to make with cauliflower. How many times I call you?
Let me see. 3 times.
How many times I text you?
You're not gonna let this go? Twice.
So what if something had happened to you?
Then you would have known by now.
How?
Brittany, I wasn't gonna go till 6 o'clock without calling you.
You went to 5:30?
Okay, but that's different.
How? 30 minutes is a long time when we talk every day, right when we get in our car. So
I am
and
sweet.
know that I was really worried about you.
I understand that and I appreciate it, baby.
What phone did you pick up when I called your office phone?
My work office phone. It rings throughout the whole building.
So you was at your desk?
No, I said, let me get this phone real quick. And I ran to my desk with the phone. What do you want?
What your face look like when you heard it was me?
I saw the name. I was like, oh, shit.
You play too much.
I was like, oh, man, I know she's mad.
Anyway, so like I told y'all before she walked in, I'm not mad. I was just a concerned wife and my baby home. So now she can talk about her dang on birthday dinner. Anyway, I'm Brittany.
I'm Dory.
And we are Brittany and Dory.
This is our first argument.
Girl, this ain't no dang argument. Because I didn't even...
Baby, listen.
What?
I'm in the office with my boss.
I don't know that you're in the office.
But you usually know that when I don't answer, and literally like it's because of something.
Babe, that's not how the world works
But
anymore.
if I didn't answer at 5 o'clock, doesn't mean if I would have left work early, I would have said, babe, I'm off for work. Right or wrong? Did we do that? Right or wrong?
We do that,
Okay.
but that's just not how the world works anymore.
I understand that, but I did not sit there and say, I did not text you and say, hey babe, I'm off work. So you should have known that I was still at work. If I didn't answer at 5 o'clock,
I didn't call you right on the dot though.
Okay, I understand that. Okay, well I thought you did.
I didn't.
Why didn't you?
Because I still had to get out of the office, so I called you at like 5:04.
Okay.
So that's just not how the world works. Like, people snatching people up. You act like sex trafficking ain't real, and you the scariest person alive.
It depends what I'm scared of. I ain't scared of everything.
You about to be scared of me in a minute.
I'm sorry, babe. Give me a kiss. I'm sorry. I'm still here for you to do that. Brittany and Dory, Brittany and Dory, just Brittany and Dory, Brittany and Dory, Brittany and Dory, Brittany and Dory, just.